Chua, are you going down to do some in-room interview work?
And have to go into the losers' room.
Chua,
Garry.
Just because you've been on the Supercoach show for 3 weeks, I'm not sure you're ready to go down the room.
Neither am I.
After Rodney Eade tore you a new one 5 years ago.
Well, he needs to go down to reinvent himself, because tell the listeners out there, and Baz and Dennis who weren't here, what happened after Bulldogs got beaten by 20 goals, and I think Rewalt and Cozzy kicked 12 between them, taken 26 marks inside the forward 50. What was your first question to Rodney?
I vaguely remember it was round 17, 2006 Friday night football.
Yes, and what was the question?
I asked Rocket after those men dominated. I said, Rocket, where do you think you lost the game today? And he ripped the microphone out of my hand and said, well, what do you think, Chua?
At least
I haven't been back in the room since.
So after that, we had a meeting and you got a 5-year suspension. That's been lifted tonight. So when you go down into that Collingwood room, by hell, I don't want a Dorothy Dixer as your first question. I want something special.
It'll be a unique question.
None of this. What the coach say after the game business.
No, definitely not.
Righto.
Baz from Cranbourne. Good on you, Baz. You got the floor.
G'day, guys. How are you?
How's that?
Look, I'm a Collingwood fan and disappointed, and full credit to Hawthorn. They absolutely tore us up today. I'm just interested if you guys had the stat on their rebound 50 goals from our defence, because I don't know how many they had, but it just seemed that it was constantly coming out of our forward line straight down the guts or whatever and bang home to goal for them, and we had no way of stopping it.
I'll tell you what we're going to do, Baz, because the little wee chew man, given that the Olympics are starting to kick in and our resources are thin on the ground, he's had to go down and conduct an interview from the Collingwood room. So when he gets back, we'll find out, unless Spud can goal source. Spud, can you do that for me?
Yes, I'll get the goal source.
Rebound 50 goals that started from the Collingwood forward line, I think Bazza said, didn't he?
Yep. Well, Collingwood defensive 50. Kick-ins, the change of 12. Only 3 inside 50s from that, but no, nothing. Turnovers from the defence. They got 1 goal, 2 from their defensive 50 4As, which is not a lot.
Is that what you're after, Baz?
No, Hawthorn's goals. I'm interested about what they did.
Hawthorn's.
Well, I was just giving you a little bit of an insight from the defence.
Hang on, wait, don't worry about it. Chua's down there. He's got the stat already.
Listening.
Chua, thanks to Carl Draft.
I've got it here.
I've got my eyes closed as well, Garry. But I can tell you now, Hawthorn scored 11 goals that were generated from the back half of the ground.
There you go,
I knew I was onto something.
You were right onto it, my friend. Stay on the line. I'm going to give you a $100 IGA liquor open line voucher. There
Much
you go.
appreciated, guys.
Where's Chua?
Chua's down in the rooms doing
Tell him to butt out. I was just about to say that.
Doing his best work down in the room.
I tell you what, Chua, stay down there.
Shortly, down to the Collingwood rooms where the Chew man lurks, Gaz. You don't want any of that sort of, what are the coaches say stuff?
Is he conducting his own individual press conference?
Before we go to the break, are you there, Chua?
Yeah, I am, Spud.
Just practice on me and
give us a scene
question.
Give us a scene setter, please, Chua.
Practice. Give us a practice.
Players at the moment are going through their stretching exercises. They've already been briefed by Nathan Buckley.
Well, hang on. Let go of your nose first.
Yep.
So
and your pills.
No, I can't talk too loud because the Collingwood hierarchy are about 4.2 metres away from me.
Thanks to Carlton Draft.
Thanks for Carlton Draft. Speak to you soon, boys.
All right. We're looking forward to that.
Got to go down to the Collingwood rooms. We're a bit light on for staff at the moment, given the Olympics have started and a few people are gone. So one man, and one man only, has to step up to the plate. And that man is Ash the Chew Man, who's now dominating on the Supercoach show. We've given him open slather to get whoever he wants, but if he doesn't find the big names, he probably won't get another chance. So I go down with some degree of trepidation. Chua, over to you.
Thanks, Garry. I've got one of their prime movers, actually. I've got Scott Pendlebury in the rooms with me. Scott, congratulations firstly on your game today with 34 touches.
That's Scott Pendlebury. Chua, don't you go.
Chua, we need to ask you a couple of questions, mate.
Yeah, sure, Spud.
You there? You go first.
Well,
no, I'll go first.
You go
second.
first.
I think you introduced him as Scott Pendlebury.
Scott.
Did I really?
Yes, you did.
Oh, it was a bit towy. He's yeah.
Before...
I'm going to get that replayed.
Yeah, we'll get it replayed.
You can't call him Scott Pendlebury.
And also...
Hang on, I've got it.
You got another one?
Now, let's have a listen to the introduction.
Let's have a listen.
Thanks, Garry. I've got one of their prime movers, actually. I've got Scott Pendlebury in the rooms with me.
You can't call the superstar from Collingwood Scont Pendlebury.
Scont.
I think he was in towie because about 2 minutes beforehand I told him that I was going to bring him into my Supercoach team. He's a mad Supercoach punter, Scott Pendlebury.
You're not down there as a fan. One more time. I need to
do it again.
Let's have a listen to your big moment after being suspended for
5 years.
Let's have a listen.
Thanks, Garry. I've got one of their prime movers, actually. I've got Scott Pendlebury in the rooms with me.
All right.
Thanks.
Now,
Compose yourself.
not only that, we grilled you, Chua, because we had to make sure that you were ready for the, after your 5-year sabbatical. We grilled you and said, do not, if you get a gun player like Pendlebury, do not give him a Dorothy Dixer.
And you ask Chua what we told you weren't allowed to ask.
And what weren't you allowed to ask one of the star players because it's something they hate?
Yeah, what did the coach say after the game? No, but hang on. I was initially told to deliver one question, and then about 40 seconds I was told, Ash, you've got to ask two.
You've got to have more than one up your sleeve.
I thought the first question was pretty good, actually.
Let's have a look. Let's have a listen to you. The one thing that we deliberately expressly told you not to ask. Let's have a listen.
Just Nathan Buckley's obviously done the quick team meeting with you just a short while ago. What were some of the key points that he covered off in the meeting?
Chua, how do you think you've gone in that 5 minutes with Scott Pendlebury?
Well,
Sconty.
I reckon I went pretty good because at least he didn't remove the microphone from my hand, did he?
Right. What's your movement now? You think you're finished down there?
Set the scene for us down there.
I think. There's no one in the rooms.
Surely there's someone you can redeem.
All I can see is empty cups and bandages, and that's about it. David Butterfint and Robert Harvey are actually walking past me right now as we speak, but it's pretty much all empty here. Guys down in the Collingwood rooms. How's that sound?
Where's Scott Pendlebury gone?
Looking forward to the trivia, guys.
You only get one chance to make a first impression.
And Chua just
one chance.
Stuffed it. We gave him a chance to go down
years.
to the stats room after being suspended for 5 years, asking Rocket Eade the worst question ever in the history of being interviewed, and he's just come up with his big guest. He's got the Collingwood vice-captain. We thought, it's not a bad get.
Good
and
get.
he's opened up with a welcome Scott Pendlebury.
And that's after talking to Pendlebury for 4 or 5 minutes about Supercoach. So he's got loading from the Rodney Eade suspension.
Really stuffed it.
It'll be at least 6.5 years before he gets his...
that's the sort of pressure that Howie's under tonight, I would think.
Well, you need to be your own caller, don't
Assertive.
you? Baz has got your own calling. You've got Dennis, JB,
Yep.
Rex, all the other callers
What's
there.
What's he going to go with?
Well, don't start stealing lines from
style?
other people.
What style?
Howie's style.
That's it.
I want to listen to him tonight.
That's it.
And walk away and listen and just sit at home and say, yep, that's Howie.
And Schwatter's their co-caller.
Yes.
Because Schwatter's called magnificent.
Unbelievable.
So let's hope Schwatter's generous and gives Howie plenty of time. Plenty of air time and doesn't just think, hang on, back you go, young man, because that's not how we operate.
It's not how we operate at all.
Well, it is really.
Look, it'd be only human nature to feel a little bit nervous, though, wouldn't you, when you're driving over there to head and just to get that sick feeling in your gut and probably get out the, go and do a number twos maybe, just just a little bit toey.
Because Brownie won't help him. Brownie will
Not at all.
leave him hanging.
Not at all.
Just because they do the show, the Dead Set Legends, on in the morning.
And all the listeners want to know is what's going on. What's going on in the game of football? And don't worry about yourself.
No,
just call it.
In actual fact, we don't really subscribe. But we can occasionally talk about ourselves. Scott Pendlebury's back in the room.
Scott.
He's back for the quiz.